Hello, everyone. Welcome to this week's Take Forward to Become More. I'm Dr. Greg Stewart, and today let's explore a question together. All right, what really gives someone the power to influence how others think, feel, and act? And how do we distinguish between the kinds of power that command compliance versus the kinds that inspire true followership? All right, consider this. Influence is a form of power, isn't it? Like there seems to be this formal power types like positional power, which is the authority that comes from a title, expertise power, knowledge that commands respect, and coercive and reward power, which is like kind of like the carrot and sticks to shape behavior. What happens when someone is offered a promotion from individual contributor to supervisor because their skills stand out? They suddenly hold formal power. But what internal shift must they make? Do most stay humble, recognizing that leaning too heavily on position alone rarely motivates deeply? Or do some become arrogant using title as a crutch? If a leader must invoke, because I said so to get results, what does that suggest about real influence? Now, think about expertise. Have you ever been in a discussion where someone's advanced knowledge or credentials kind of tip the scales? Why might someone pursue degrees? Not for personal gain, but to amplify their ability to influence for a greater purpose, like advancing meaningful values or faith. Does expertise carry weight only because the facts it provides or because of the trust it builds? And coercive or reward power. Yes, it can feel harsh, but we've all seen it abused. But when balanced and used sparingly, doesn't it help maintain order and encourage peak performance? What risks arise if formal power stands alone? Shift your thinking now to the softer side, informal power. What about relational power? When a leader shows genuine interest, empathy, and commitment, creating emotional safety and pursuit in relationships. In your own experiences, when a boss makes you feel truly seen and valued, does that make you more open to their guidance, even correction? How does a friendly, supportive team atmosphere transform tough tasks? Then there's charismatic power, the energy that ignites passion, paints a compelling vision, and shows people their personal win in pursuing it together. What draws people to follow someone who motivates them to pour extra effort into shared goals? Now, finally, referent power, what many call the highest form. This is when followers say, I'll follow you because of who you are. Not the title, not the expertise alone, but the character proven over time. Consider someone like Frances Hesselbein, who revitalized the Girl Scouts through listening, inclusivity, and servant leadership. Her influence extended far beyond her role because people trusted her integrity. What happens when formal power, again, structure, accountability, direction, combines with informal power, warmth, inspiration, and trust? Is it like a symphony conductor, baton in hand for tempo and cues, which is formal, yet the true music emerges only through earned respect and connection, informal? Without informal power, formal structures feel cold, like a strong house with no warmth. People comply, but they don't thrive. Without formal power, though, inspiration lacks direction and accountability. It's pleasant, but unproductive. So what balance do great leaders strike? How have you seen formal and informal power interplay in your own life at work? Which type draws you to follow most willingly? And why might cultivating both be essential for becoming more as a leader? This week, observe one interaction where power is at play. Ask yourself, is it formal, informal, or both? What could shift to make the influence more genuine and lasting? So thanks for taking forward to become more. Reply with your reflections on power and influence, or share this with someone navigating leadership. Let's become more together. See you next week.